Hello and welcome to Neverwinter Nights 2, and this will be part 71. In the previous episode we were awarded a crossroad keep, so to speak. We were awarded the privilege of trying to get it back up and working, which is going to require a bit of effort. And I said in the previous part that I was going to go through what it entails. There are various buildings that can be built, and the order in which you build them have some relevance for certain things. But the main issue is that building those buildings will cost an awful lot of gold. And that is the reason why I've been saving gold as much as possible and not been buying some of the very, very juicy items that has been made available by the game. It's tempting you into blowing your money, and then you get to this bit and then you are struggling to raise cash. The total amount to restore needed to restore the keep is about 750,000 gold. So that's quite a bit more than we currently have. We do have a total of 157, so it's not so bad. We will get some money from Lord National because he's not a complete cheapskate. But time passes in the keep when you go through the different areas of the keep. But the two main NPCs, which we will meet shortly, their time only passes when you speak to them and then come back to them. So if you speak to one of them, go to another location and come back, then whatever you had them doing would be done. The keep progress has a timer that steps forward in percentages, and once we reach a certain percentage, one of the NPCs will let you know that you basically can't progress the keep anymore, and that's a cue for adventuring. The quest our new cleric friend gave us in the previous part will be saved for that point. There will be a lot of running back and forth, and I have not yet decided how I'm going to deal with that from an editing point of view, whether I should just show running back and forth or I should do some spiffy editing cuts to cut out most of the fluff. We'll see how it goes. We managed to gain the next level in the previous part, so all characters should now be able to reach level 15, which is a nice little thing. So I'm just going to go through the normal recommend stuff. Only one option, there's not much to recommend, is there?
Yes.
I hope someone pronounces her name so I can get an idea of what she's called. I hope the microphone didn't pick that up. My stomach rumbling a bit.
Yes.
Come on. Next, please. Recommend. Did you get it this time? Good. Combat casting, apparently.
I concur.
Sand. Has he got a feat available this level? He has. What does it recommend? Rate of spell concentration. It is tempting to do a one of those items, but no, I'm not going to. A craft one of those items is basically completely and utterly broken, so it's fine. Empower spell. Whatever works for you, mate. No, I know I got this one as a scroll, so I don't want that. What do I want? Something I haven't got as a scroll. A big piece cleansed fist even. A giant hand appears and attacks the target once each round for the duration of the spell. Each hit causes 1d8 plus 11 points of bludgeoning damage to the target, and if they fail their saving throw, they are stunned for that round as well. That sounds useful. So, it is the main character's time to level up, and it is time for a career change. Anyone in the know of Dungeons and Dragons would likely be aware of what I intend to do now. Time to level up. We are going to take some paladin levels, which of course will give us proficiency with martial weapons and heavy armor. It will also get us some extra, I think favorite soul. Well, we'll get some extra hit points from it. A few levels of paladin for a high charisma class is absolutely great. Because of course paladins do not have the same skills, they don't have spellcraft. It is now effectively a cross-class skill, which means that we would need to spend 2 skill points in order to put 1 point into spellcraft. But thankfully, diplomacy, craft armor, and concentration, as you can see, they are turquoise blue. They are all class abilities for the paladin as well. So we can keep 1 skill point. You can keep a maximum of 5 skill points and save them for later. We won't need to keep 5 skill points because we're only going to get I may as well say we're going to gain 4 levels as paladin. It will delay gaining further spells as the favorite soul, but bear in mind, of course, the base game caps at level 20. Casters do not scale past level 20. Even though with Mask of the Betrayer expansion you can reach level 30. Damage numbers and all that kind of stuff will not scale past level 20. What will scale past level 20 is how difficult the caster spells are to assist. So that will still increase past level 20, but of course we are in a position where we can't rely on penetrating anyone's defenses magic-wise, so it's not an issue for this character. So, we get Smite Evil, hooray! Paladins apply their charisma modifier to their attack roll and their class level to the damage delivered, hooray! That's useful. Armor proficiency heavy and weapon proficiency martial. We are still, as a favorite soul, bound to the weapon we were given. So let's just stick with that. And let us get toughness. A character with this feat is tougher than normal, gaining 1 hit point, 1 bonus hit point per level. Hit points are gained retroactively when choosing this feat, so we will gain 14 extra hit points by taking this feat. Cool. Well, now we have 2 paladins in the party, which will probably seem a bit bizarre, wonky donkey, but it will make sense. Trust me on that one. So, I probably spent too much time doing this. Well, I should still set up some spells as well, which is always a fun part.
Listening, really.
Good on you. Let's see, can you... Let's just go through them all. Scribe's Go. Can we close that window, please? You already have that in your spellbook. Already have that. Energy Drain, that's a level 9 spell. Cloud Kill. The red scrolls are spells you can't learn. And Body. Cool. Premonition. Cool. Gust of Wind. Oh, okay. Just quickly go through them. Mage. Wall of Fire. Ice Storm, I'm fairly sure he's got that already. No? Cool. Deep Slumber. Cool. Oh, seems to be quite a few. Okay. I'm fairly sure. Yeah, Lightning Bolt. Dominate person. Cool. See Invisibility. Nobody have that spell. Good. Eagle Splendor. I'm fairly sure he's got Fireball. Yes. Sleep. Yes. Visibility Sphere. Cool. And Identify, I know he's got that because you get the option to identify by a spell. So he learns some new spells, which is cool. So let us quickly go through this.
Yes.
Oh, quickly. She's a cleric, and I'm not going to tamper too much with her spells. I will change Sans spells at one point or another. So gain an extra level 3 spell. What can... Dispel Magic. She's probably got high wisdom, why not? Level 5. Technically, we have 2 paladins, but we also have 2 clerics. It doesn't matter, it's fine. Just make her an offensive cast, I think. Level 8 spells, which we don't get access to ourselves, which is a bit of a shame. Sunbeam. Undead do not like sunlight, by the way, when it's in concentrated form. Mass Cure, critical wounds, dinner. Create greater undead. Aura versus alignment. What's that? You know what? I'm the buff person. You just get a few sunbeams, okay? Are you happy with that? Good.
Follow me.
Can you? Oh, you get a level 4 spell. That is definitely Holy Sword. Come on. This spell allows you to channel holy power into your sword or any other melee weapon you choose. The weapon acts as a +5 holy weapon, +5 enchantment bonus on attack and damage rolls, extra 2d6 divine damage against evil opponents. This is one spell that paladins were given, I'm fairly sure, with 3rd edition. Later on in 3rd edition. Which is basically a pseudo Holy Avenger, but not quite. But having that as a spell, yeah. You know what, it doesn't matter. Holy Sword, indeed.
I concur.
You concur, good. Cleansed Fist. All creatures within the area of effect takes 1d6 points of magic damage per cast level to a maximum of 26. Horus Wilting is incredibly powerful, but because of course we have friendly fire on spells, it could potentially brutalize our own characters. I am not sure how keen I am on him having that. Let's see what happens. He might end up killing our party. I mean, Sand is not exactly the most reliable. I mean, you know, accidents happen and all that. So I think we are sorted. Nothing here. Paladin. Oh, no paladin spells. What a shame. Okay, this took a bit longer than I anticipated, but this area, this section will force the game to slow down a bit, so let's go and see what we can do. I mentioned we had 2 NPCs we needed to speak to, and they should be located around here. I want to make sure to head east, not west. Not south, north. That's north works. Over here, come on.
Officer Kana, reporting for duty, Captain. Lord Nasher has given you a great honor. But rebuilding these grounds will be a considerable undertaking.
And one I look forward to. Pleased to make your acquaintance, Captain. I am Master Vidal. I won't lie to you. This keep is in a sad state of repair. We will need all the resources you can bring to bear to fix her up. With the help of my crew, we can turn this place into a true masterpiece of engineering.
Master Vidal is excellent at his craft and capable of what he claims, if somewhat eccentric.
I went ahead and inspected the grounds. There is much work that needs to be done. The courtyard itself is in a shambles, but that can be fixed quickly. Strong backs and long hours and you'll see the shape of the keep. And, well, what's underneath won't be pretty, but before long we'll have the keep cleared out for you. We're embarking on a true adventure. Men, set the camp over there. I'll draw up plans for the work.
There are preparations I must make. Come speak to me within the keep when you would like an update, Captain.
So let's get Master Vidal going, shall we? You cleared the grounds. As you can see, there's much work to do. Work requires a certain amount of coin. My men needs to be fed after all, and the amount of material will not be cheap. There's good news though. Sir Naval formally commissioned me to work on the project and Lord Nasher will fund part of it. But the other part is up to you. I will need gold to be rebuilt, but Nasher's coin will cover expenses for time. I live for my work, you see, but others don't. How much money did Lord Nasher give me? I do not know the exact figure. But not enough. People just don't appreciate how much good masonry costs. This missive details how much gold Neverwinter has allocated for Crossroad Keep. You can use those funds or your own to work on several things: the keep, the courtyard, fortifications, and the surrounding lands. How does the courtyard look? The courtyard itself doesn't need anything, but there are several buildings that will have to be built from scratch. You don't have to worry about rebuilding all of it. Some accommodations will be built by people that come to live here. The inn, for example, is already operational, naturally. There are some buildings that could become shops, and those will need work. What needs work inside the keep? The keep had been laid bare to the elements for decades. Many of the rooms are structurally unsound, don't you know? I've closed off many rooms until my men can work on it. Rubble will have to be cleared and stoneworks prepared in there, but it can be done. Fortifications. Extensive work and also the most time-consuming to work on. The outer walls wouldn't hold out a kobold with a table knife right now. And the fortifications are what Lord Nasher cares most about. But when my men are working on that, we can't work on any other projects until we're done. Is anything wrong with the surrounding land? Nothing is wrong with it, it could just be so much more right. Crossroad Keep is atop a large hill, and the trail could be widened, maybe even converted to cobblestone. And the roads nearby have no local law to maintain them. Those could be improved as well, as the bridge, and well, a great deal can be done. Mostly that will help with trade, and that in turn will help you with funding the rest of the projects the men and I would like to undertake. Rebuilding roads is simple but very labor intensive. When the men are working on that, they can't be doing anything else. I want to rebuild something. Yes, of course, you have coins to spend and you want to know how to spend it. Might I recommend doing some structural work on the keep first? So many of the rooms inside are closed off because they could collapse at any moment. No way for you to live. What part of the keep do you want to talk about? Keep funds remaining 70,000 gold. The buildings in the courtyard. There's two buildings that would be ideal for merchants. One can be converted into a smithy, one that an armor and blacksmith could share. The other could be a different type of shop, maybe for some general goods or magic items purveyor. Just say the word and I'll get my men to work. Let's spend 10,000, build the smithy. It shouldn't take long at all, and the smithy will be complete. I have to go right now. I'll be back once the men have finished construction. So much to do, so much to do. I will not go through all that dialogue later on, but I will go inside for a quick chat. And then we'll have to end this part. I know, I'm sorry, this is not going to be super exciting, but it is a vital part of the game. The gameplay point of view, even. If I can find my way into the bloody keep. That looks like a bloody keep, doesn't it? Bloody keep, where are you? There you are. So we have various different areas we can go and visit.
It is an honor to serve, Captain. You have been rewarded greatly with this stronghold. Long have I waited for my blade to be in the service of someone worthy. My waiting is over.
The honor is as much mine to have you and the others work with me.
You are too modest. We are the ship, and you are the wind that moves us. There is much yet that needs to be done. Rebuilding the keep itself, Master Vidal can handle. But training the Grey Cloaks to defend its battlements is very important. Training a few men can be done quickly with the right teachers. But Sir Naval has promised 100 men for you shortly. And if the keep grows, so will your retinue and your command. So, we must start with the basics and turn these farmers and shepherds into fighting men.
Besides training, what needs to be done?
There are a few families of farmers that will want protection from the local keep, as they had in years past. This section of the high road has also been plagued with bandits since Crossroad Keep fell to the King of Shadows long ago. We have been given the right to tie the merchant trains that come through. But until the road is made safe, any tithe collectors will find the road empty. Merchants prefer safer, longer roads, especially if they make more profit. But all of this relies on training your Grey Cloaks into capable soldiers.
Anything else?
I will carry out your orders when you are away. Once the men are trained, there are more things they can do. As our numbers swell here, I could use more able sergeants to oversee the men. I can train and assign tasks to sergeants if you find some for me. The decisions you make here may have a large impact on the cloaks and the people on your land. After some time, I'm certain Lord Nasher will have direct orders for your men. But until then, they are yours to command.
Cool. Let us quickly explore the keep before we speak to Kana. I will save that for next part. Most minion, the kids are here, they are basically fast travel units. You can speak to one of them to be taken to a certain area and you'll get there immediately, which is a nice little touch. What do we got here? Uncas. This is a nice place you got here. It looks like it still has some holes in the wall, but nice all the same. I'm Uncas. I know you're busy. I'll be blunt with you. I'll come here with a business proposition for you. I like to have some of my dealings here. I don't answer questions, and if you are the inquisitive type, I'll just pack up my gear and bid you a good day. In exchange, I can find buyers for anything you want to sell. Anything at all. Just consider me a no-nonsense merchant. Are you good? As long as you don't break the law. What are you, some initiate of the Church of Tyr? I think I presented myself clearly. That's your problem, not mine. Either you tell me you can handle it or not. We're good. Then we're in business for the use of the premises on your corporation. What I'll give you is a good price. I'll buy anything you get, and sometimes I trade in information. I'll pass along some free of charge. I'm looking forward to working with you. However, it is not necessarily in the nature of a lawful good character to have a character like that residing in our keep, but we need to earn money, and we need the main income is going to be to sell items, and I was mentioning in the previous episode that courtyard. That there are certain vendors which will buy items for a higher, they will buy items for a higher price. If you see a flat value like 5,000 gold or 10,000 gold or something, that usually means the items can be sold for more. He is one of those vendors that can pay more than 5 or 10,000 for an item, and that is why you want him around. Development of how you feel about things. This appears to be a library of some description. There's Quora. The different individuals will be... it's all sealed off. What a shame. The different NPCs will be in various different buildings. Kelga, you may have noticed, was in the inn. He likes his drink, so I suppose that makes perfect sense. Everything else here is sealed off. Shame. What about the basement? This is apparently not the basement. Yes, it is. It is a basement. Transition screen. Governor. Workbenches.
One thing. I had a favor, really. I keep hearing about this tome of Ilkazar, and if I recall correctly, it has a few fascinating chapters on golemcraft.
So?
Well, if we were to get a hold of it, we might be able to use it to help upgrade the construct. I mean, he's walking around and healthy as golems go. But I only know so much about golems. There may be something I missed that could help him that would be in the tome.
Sounds good. If we can restore him completely, he will be an asset.
That's what I say. So glad you agreed. I was worried this was one of those times when I had a bad idea.
I had other questions for you.
Of course. Ask away. Always ready with answers. Yes, indeed.
I think I got some pieces for the construct.
Oh, really? Let me see. Oh my, yes, this should help nicely. Let me see what I can do with this, and what I have here. There we go. Needs a little more, I think, but it's well on its way.
I'll be going now. Farewell. Ancient art of golemcraft. I mean, when we were up against that blade golem, it was quite unpleasant to fight. Living on the potion shelf, quite a few things. I'm not going to... Oops, I wasn't going to do that, but I did it anyway. What else have we got here? Oh, we got a magical spider. A quite large magical spider. Kissel chitters excitedly when he sees you. How did you know how to come here? You left rather abruptly last time. Scribbles what appears to be a crude drawing of you and himself both walking. There's a large gap between the two pictures. It would seem the castle has been following you for quite some time. It wasn't necessary to keep your distance. I would have welcomed your company. My wife wouldn't. She's terrified of spiders. Kessel gestures at the room with his mandibles and stares at you expectantly. You get the impression that he's asking if he can stay. You're welcome to stay. There's plenty of room for anyone who's a friend. Kessel even clacks his mandibles excitedly. Something tells me having Eleni around here might have been like an idea. Well, whatever. We done what we can in the basement. We need to speak to Kana and get all the troop training started and all that kind of stuff, but that will have to be for next episode. The next few parts might be, by some people, considered to be boring as hell. and for that I do apologize, but as I said, it is an important part of the game. As for now, thanks for watching, take care, we'll see you next time. Bye bye.